guys.
So the reason why you see me in the same clothes that I wore in the last video is because I just finished recording the video, the one that I explained to you guys why I haven't updated in a long time. So that's the reason why I'm wearing the same thing. Yeah. This is my first review ever, so that's so exciting for me, and I wanted to share with you guys what I thought of Girl Meets Texas Part 1. There's gonna be 3 videos overall of Girl Meets Texas, but I wanted to specifically talk about Girl Meets Texas Part 1. I'm not really someone who you would think that would give out her opinion a lot, but I decided just to give it a shot and see exactly what's gonna happen. I just wanted to do this because a lot of you guys have been asking me what I thought of the episode, so this is going to be it. This is going to be where I tell you guys exactly what I thought of Girl Meets Texas Part 1. I'm gonna start a little bit with a recap, just so you guys are on board with what I'm saying. Riley and Maya sign up Lucas to ride a bull, and they don't know that he's riding the bull. They think that he's riding a sheep, and the sheep is what he wrote when he was little, and he fell off it and he got really humiliated and he was embarrassed and everything, right? So they sign him up to ride the bull, and he freaks out, and he's like, no, I don't want to do this, and blah. And they're in class, and then his Pappy Joe comes in, like so random. He just comes in and he takes Lucas and he takes Zay, and they go to Texas. And then meanwhile, Farkle, Maya, and Riley are like, yeah, let's join him, and they go as well. So isn't that really like realistic? But I thought that was great that they're going with him, obviously, because then there wouldn't be an episode if they didn't go with him. It would just be Lucas going, and then the next episode we would see him coming back from Texas and after riding the bull. Yeah. Then we see they're in Pappy Joe's house, and Maya and Riley come out of their rooms, and they're wearing these cowgirl outfits, and they look really cute in them. And then Lucas looks at Maya and he says, "You look good," and she's like, "Thank you," and she's like really confused. And then to cover up his intention, he says it to both of them. He's like, "You both look good." You guys are like, wow, this is a Lucaya moment, basically. So yeah, that's what happens. And remember Clytus? Remember in the beginning, the writers first announced that they were doing Girl Meets Texas, and they mentioned Clytus, and everybody thought that Clytus was gonna be Maya's love interest in the episode, and then now we find out that he's like 40, 50 years older than her. That would have been really, really bad. Really, really freaky. Yeah. But yeah, the Clytus scene with Lucas and Maya was really hilarious. Just the joking part was really funny. I really liked it. So then they go to the rodeo, I guess, and Riley and Maya try to like encourage Lucas, ride the bull, ride the bull. For some reason they don't know what a bull is. That's even more weirder. How so unrealistic that they don't know what a bull is. But they finally see some clips of other people riding bulls, and they're like, whoa, people fall off of bulls. I guess they didn't know that Lucas was gonna get hurt, and they both have different reactions. So Maya's like, don't do this, don't ride the bull, you're gonna get hurt, and Riley's like, no, you go, Lucas, you ride the bull and you make your Pappy Joe proud. That's how she's like. And while Maya's like, I'm never gonna talk to you again if you ride the bull. It's interesting to see the 2 different reactions from these 2 girls, because I think that since they're two opposites, they're gonna have different reactions. You would normally think that both of them would say don't ride the bull now, like they're extremely worried, but I think that because Riley is more like the optimistic person, that she would encourage Lucas to ride the bull, and because even though riding the bull would throw him off and maybe potentially get really seriously injured, I think she meant it more like she wanted Pappy Joe to be proud of Lucas, and so she was looking out for, I don't want to say image, but she just wanted Lucas to feel proud about himself for accomplishing something that he'd never done. So I think that's why he wrote Riley that way, wanted him to ride the bull. I think that's okay. For some reason, I do think that's okay that she encouraged him, because we all have to face our fears. If we don't face our fears, then we'll get nowhere. So that's good. And then Maya, on the other hand, everybody was in favor of Maya because obviously if you ride the bull, you're gonna get killed. She didn't want him to get killed. It's really interesting how she's the one opposed to it, even though she's the one that's always making fun of him. It's really, really interesting to see that how much she cares about him, because we don't really see that a lot before that she even really cared about him. But now that we do see that, we know that she likes him. We know that she cares about him, and he's really confused, and he's like, why do you care so much about me? And doesn't really give him an answer until she just leaves and doesn't want to watch him get hurt. Meanwhile, Riley has to stay and watch him because she has to obviously look after him. So he goes and he rides the bull, and he stays on as long as like 4 seconds, but he falls off, and Riley goes and helps Lucas up, and they all go and they help him. And then she sees Maya far away, looking very, very scared, and she goes to her, and she finally realizes that Maya has liked Lucas this entire time. And then he tells her, we are like sisters, we should be able to tell each other everything. Maya doesn't really say much in this scene, but it was extremely emotional, extremely revealing to Riley. It's a really big scene for her, as she realizes that her best friend stepped back so that she can be with Lucas. So I did really like that. She came to terms with the fact that she may think of Lucas now as a brother. She has to force herself to. In the next scene, they are all back at the house, like back at Happy Joe's house, and Riley goes up to Lucas and she tells him, I think of you as a brother, I love you, and now I know how. And she kisses him on the cheek, and it's really, really emotional. I felt really, really sad and everything, like all of my emotions were going all over the charts, just because it took so much for Riley to say that to him, because she doesn't actually think of him as a brother, obviously, but it took so much for her to say that to someone that she really, really cared about, to say that she only thought of him as a brother after everything they went through. They've been on 2 dates, they kissed, they've told each other very personal stuff. It's just really hard. It was just really hard. And then she goes to Maya and she's like, what do you feel about him? And Maya doesn't say anything. And that's how the episode ends. And I know a lot of people are saying that Riley is too pushy and she's just throwing Maya under the bus with trying to get into the situation and trying to get her emotions out to Lucas. But I think that she has a lot of Corey's qualities, and a lot of Corey's qualities include like that he's really, really pushy and he likes to control things. So that's what Riley was trying to do. She was trying to control the situation, which I know is not a good thing. Like there's some stuff that you can't control, but I think that it was a good gesture that she did, because she was trying for Maya to say her feelings to Lucas and to admit to him that she liked him. And if she wasn't going to do that, then Maya wasn't going to do that. She was never going to tell Lucas that she liked him. But it was only until Riley stepped in and asked her, what do you feel for him? That Maya was able to be more comfortable with the fact that she did like Lucas. That's what I think. I don't think it had anything to do with Riley being like mean or trying to embarrass Maya at all. I don't think that, really. I think that Riley is a lot like Corey. Corey is the one in Boy Meets World who controls everything, and he wants Sean to be happy. So I think Riley just wanted Maya to be happy, and Maya to finally get what she wanted, and Maya to finally have something right go for her life, because Riley knows how good of a guy that Lucas is, and she just wants her friend to just have what she had. She pretty much gave it to her in that moment. So yeah, that's what I think. If you guys agree with what I'm saying, then you can tell me if you agree, if you disagree. I prefer you if you agree, but if you disagree, that's cool too, because I know there's a lot of people that did not really like some of the stuff that Riley did in this episode, but I think that it was pretty good. That it was exactly what Riley would do. Something that Riley would do. So Riley. If she wouldn't have encouraged Lucas, he wouldn't have rolled the bull. And then she wouldn't have figured out Maya's feelings. So everything had to happen, just saying. So if you like it, you can comment below. You can subscribe. You can like this video if you enjoyed it. You can watch the episode again. I encourage that. I always encourage you guys to watch A Girl Meets World, so do that now if you want. And yeah, so I'll be making the second video like right after this. We'll see each other again. Don't worry. I love you guys so much. My first review, and let's see how this goes. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't go away. Bye.